welcome to this tutorial, which is all of the do's and don'ts when it comes to creating and selling Canva templates. So I get asked this a lot: what is allowed, what is not allowed. I'm going to go into all the details, everything you need to know before you get started. So this video is a must if you are just starting out, because it is the worst to kind of go along and create and then realize down the track that you've made a mistake and you can't use all of your hard work. So let's jump across and get started with the tutorial. So it's really exciting that you're thinking of selling Canva templates or using Canva to create printables. There's a couple of things that we need to consider when we're actually using Canva for commercial use. So I wanted to go into detail so you know exactly where you stand and what you can and can't do. Let's jump in. So recently Canva updated their terms and conditions, and it did confuse a lot of people because some things changed. And as a digital product seller, there's a couple of things you need to be aware of when you're creating. So let's just quickly recap. So the main thing people had concerns about was graphics. So what can you use in terms of the graphics and elements and the photos inside of Canva and the Canva library? What can you use for commercial use? Can you use them for commercial use at all? The answer is yes. So basically Canva draws the line between free and pro elements. So there's lots and lots of free elements within the Canva library, and you can use those on your printables and you can use them in your templates. No issues at all. So you can't actually use pro elements inside these anymore, unfortunately. Now, the reason for that is with the pro elements in the library, every time you use a pro element, what happens is Canva actually gives a small commission to the artist who supplied that element. So if you put those pro elements into a digital product, which is used again and again and again, then that original artist actually won't be compensated. So that's why they draw the line at that. And it's to protect everyone, because if we protect the artists that we use the graphics from, then they can create more beautiful things and we can use those beautiful things, and it really just helps everyone. Now, there is a small workaround, but I don't recommend it. So some people do use pro elements within their templates. Canva said this is okay because templates are obviously opened and loaded in Canva, so it's going to reissue that pro license. But the con of this is if you're selling a template and when your end user opens up that template, it pops up with a little warning saying you have to pay more because it's got pro elements inside. That can lead to bad reviews and just negative experience all around for your customer. So I don't recommend using pro elements at all for your printables or your templates that you're going to sell. Just use the free ones. And I mean, there's so many beautiful free ones inside the library. So you really do have, we are spoiled in terms of what is available for free in Canva's library. So again, can you use Canva Pro Graphics commercially? No, you cannot use Canva Pro Graphics in products that are going to be resold as digital products. It doesn't matter if they're flattened. It doesn't matter if they're templates. They're just a bit of a no-go zone. Can you download just the graphics and sell in a template that isn't Canva based? So for example, say that you wanted to sell a landing page template for, say, ClickFunnels or something like that, and you wanted to use the graphics from inside Canva inside your ClickFunnels template. Unfortunately, this goes against their terms of use. So if you're going to sell a template, it needs to be a Canva template. You can't create a template in, say, ClickFunnels or Kartra or Photoshop, for example. It has to be made in Canva. Can you trademark or copyright things you design with the elements? So the answer is no for this one, and that's because everyone kind of has access to this pool of resources in the middle. So you can't sort of go trademarking certain things, as that would prohibit use of other users, but it's not something you should overthink either. So that's the way that most clip art is sort of licensed. If you buy clip art from, say, Creative Market or a place like that, then they will have a very, very similar license term. What matters is that you can still create and sell your products commercially. That's what matters. You don't need to actually trademark anything to be able to sell it. Can you use their elements in logo templates? So the answer is no again, and it's simply because of the trademark issues that happen around logos. So they just ask that if you are going to create a logo template, that you upload your own elements to go along with that logo template. You can't use the elements inside of the Canva library in a logo template. Can you resell templates from the Canva library? So inside Canva, there are thousands of beautiful, professionally designed templates that you can use for your own business or own personal use. Now, you cannot go in and grab these and use them as a base for your own creativity at all. They are someone else's work, and that's why you're not allowed to. So no, you have to make your own templates from scratch, or you have to buy a template that someone else has created from scratch and is willing to sell to you. So Just make sure that if you are going to use sort of like a base template, that you have the rights to use it, that it's allowed, and you're not sort of infringing on anyone's intellectual property. Okay, so Canva for education. It's a different type of Canva and it's more affordable. And a lot of my members get really excited because they're like, wow, it's a lot more affordable. But the thing is, you actually can't use it for commercial use. So it's really important to note that if you have Canva for education, it's not to create products for sale, either templates or printable. You can't make anything to sell with Canva, the education edition. They just ask, so if you have a Canva education account, they just ask you to make a free Canva account alongside your education edition and to use that one for creating the products. So here I am, I'm in Canva now, and I wanted to quickly show how you can actually filter so you only show the free elements in your library. So you're not sort of like putting in the pro ones where you're not allowed to. So you just go up to elements, and let's say we want to search something. Let's say we want to search spiritual. We'll see what comes up in graphics. So over here, you can see some of them feature a little crown. So over here, you can see some of them feature a little crown. And when we see that crown, it means it's a pro element, which is a no-go zone for templates that are for resale. So we only want these free ones, but you can also filter so you can only see the free ones, which is amazing. It makes it a lot easier. So up here with this toggle, you just click this little toggle here. And what you do is you go down, and where it says price, you just click free, go apply filters. And now all of these ones are free ones that you can use in your template, which is really amazing. Now, just a word of warning, when you insert one of these, Canva does suggest things which are going to match. Now, sometimes the suggestions aren't filtered. So just watch out for pro elements on these ones here. Now, say that you have an element which is sitting in your document and you cannot for the life of you remember if it's a pro or a paid one. So it's really easy to check. All you have to do is click it. Up here in the top toolbar where it says info, if you click this one here, it will tell you right here if it's free or if it's free for Canva Pro use only. So if you have a pro element in here, it'll come up and it'll warn you that it's a pro element. So just one more thing with the fonts as well, it's important to make sure you only use free fonts. So let me show you quickly. We've got our beautiful text just here. Now, if we go up here and say that we want to have a look in handwriting and find ourselves a nice font, you can see these ones here are pro fonts. So do not use any pro fonts. Unfortunately, there's no way to filter through the fonts, so you just have to be selective with what you're going to insert into your document, but just make sure nothing has a crown on it. So again, I wanted to talk a little bit about the difference between the free version of Canva and Canva Pro. So a lot of people think that to be able to sell printables and templates, you need Canva Pro, which is the paid version. You don't actually need it. You can do this with the free version, and you can get very, very, very far without having Canva Pro. So if you are just starting out, if you're on a budget, if you are just wanting to be sort of a little bit conservative and not spend too much as you build your business, then you can absolutely use the free version of Canva. Now, I just wanted to quickly show you a couple of things that are in the pro version, which I personally use on my templates, and I'll show you the workarounds as well, so you know where you would save time if you did upgrade to Canva Pro, and you can weigh it up and make the decision yourself. So let's jump in. So one big thing that I love about Canva Pro is, let's pop this one in. This is a graphic from our upcoming digital product challenge. So I'm going to show you the background remover. If you click this and you go edit image, this one here, background remover, is a pro option. So what that does is it goes through and it deletes the background automatically. It's really cool. It's amazing if you're trying to make YouTube thumbnails, for example, and you want to cut yourself out and put yourself on the YouTube thumbnail. Didn't do a very good job with this graphic because there was a lot of smoke, but let me see. There's a photo of me. So you can see I've got kids in the background. It's just chaos. If I go through and go background remover, what that does is it just goes through and it removes the background. So you can see I'm now cut out. I can be put on a flat color like that. So that is one feature. The second feature that I wanted to show you is the resize function. So you can see again, the crown appears just up here. So I've got resize. Now say that I wanted to resize it to 800 by 800. I can actually resize from within the document, which it does save a lot of time, especially if you're doing lots of different size variations. For example, making social media posts and you want to change them into story posts. That can be a really great way to do like resize and resize quickly. So then I would just go copy and resize. And what Canva does is it just duplicates the document, it creates it at the new size, and it will automatically fit everything in here to the new size, which is really, really cool. The workaround for this one is you can actually go in and you can create a new document. So I've created my 800 by 800 pixel document here, and instead of being able to resize it, I can just copy everything across. So I'm selecting everything. I'm going Control C on my keyboard. I'm going back to my blank document here, Control V, and you can see that automatically fits it. You do have to copy across the background separately, but that's the way that you would work around it. So it's a little bit more time consuming, but it's definitely doable if you don't want to invest in Canva Pro. Now, those are really the two features that I love the most about Canva Pro. Everything else is kind of just a bonus, but it doesn't really help your workflow in terms of creating templates and printables. So I just wanted to give you a bit of an insight into what I think is important. And yeah, hopefully I've helped you with your decision on whether you should invest in Canva Pro or hold out for a little while. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you feel more confident about what you can and can't do in Canva. My name is Jessa Bellman and I put out new videos every single week. So if you want to learn how to sell digital products online, then I'm your gal. I love it. I'm hugely passionate about it. And yeah, I just share everything sort of on my own journey up on YouTube. So definitely subscribe to my channel and hopefully we can connect and grow together. I really appreciate your time and hopefully we'll see you around. Bye for now.